So this is the volume practice that you're going to be doing today. So these are just the volume, just like the ones that we've been doing before. Just make sure that you pay attention when you're multiplying to remember you don't have to line up your decimals when you're multiplying, but remember at the end that you need to count the number of places behind the decimal point, right? Don't just bring it down, count over the number of decimal points. Number of decimal places behind the decimal point and then move it over. So don't forget that. All right, number 4 is a straightforward one. Number 5 is also straightforward. Just be careful of those decimals. Number 6 is a 2-step, but it's not too hard. It says if all the gold that has been produced in the last 500 years could be melted to form a single cube, each side would measure about 16 meters. So you have to remember what you know about a cube. And a cube just means that, well, it just says it right here, right? Each side would measure 16. So that means your length, I'm going to put it over here. Your length would be 16, your width would be 16, and your height would be 16. So you would do volume equals the area of the base times the height, or volume equals length times width times height. So you do 16 times 16 times 16, and that would give you the number of cubic meters. Okay, number 7 says if the refrigerator is 3 feet wide, 2.5 feet deep, and 6 feet high, the walls and the other parts of the refrigerator take up 20 cubic feet. How many cubic feet feet are left for the food? How many are left for the food? So that's a key word right there that lets us know we're going to have to, that's right, subtract, right? So we would have to find the volume of the whole refrigerator and then take away the part that's made up with the walls and the other parts of the refrigerator, right? So you would find the volume of the whole refrigerator, so the area of the base times the height, or length times width times height, and then we would have to subtract this volume to find out what's left for the food. Okay, number 8. Crispy Critter cereal used to come in a box with a volume of this much. However, Crispy Critter Company has designed a new larger box with the length, the width, and the height. How many more cubic centimeters will the new box hold than the old box, right? So how many more cubic centimeters? So we're going to have to, they already give us the volume of this one, so then we would have to find the volume of the new box. And then to figure out how many more cubic centimeters it would be, we would have to, that's right, we would have to subtract. Okay? And then number 9, an aquarium weighs 22.5 pounds when it's empty. So that would be like the glass and the bottom, right? The aquarium is 30 inches long, 14 inches wide, and filled with water to a depth of 18 inches. Water weighs 36,000 pound per cubic inch. How much does the aquarium weigh when it is full of water? Okay, well, this is a 3-step question. First thing we have to do, of course, is find the volume. So the first thing we would do would be find the volume of the water. Then we would have to take the volume, and it says water weighs this much per, this many pounds per cubic inch. So that's what this is. The volume of the water is in cubic inches, right? So each one of the cubic inches here weighs this much. So the first one weighs that much, the second one weighs that much, the third one weighs that much. So this is going to repeat however many times this is. So we're going to take 0.036 and multiply it by the volume of the that's supposed to be a W, huh? Not working. The volume of the water, right? That's going to give us, this will give us the weight of the water. And if we read it, the question one more time, see if that would have answered it. We say, how much does the aquarium weigh when it is full of water? Don't forget to move your decimal on this one, right? How much will the aquarium weigh when it's full of water? So this is the water weight, but the aquarium also has weight. So it says the aquarium weighs 22.5 pounds when empty. So we have to take the weight of the aquarium, so 22.5, and we have to add it to the weight of the, that's why we use variables, so we don't have to write all this stuff out. So we have to add it to the weight of the water. Okay, so go ahead, get this page done today. Make sure you do this work on a separate sheet of paper. So this work should be done on a separate sheet of paper. Make sure you take a picture of it and send it to me.